happiness depends on your mindset and attitude. Well, I've even exhausted my mindset. It's exhausted. And the truth is, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. And that's exactly what I'd been doing. And the truth of the matter is, if you know me, you know I truly believe in positive synergy. And your positive mindset is what gives you a more hopeful outlook. If you believe you will do something great, if your mindset is telling you that because of something you listened to, you read, you saw, being intentional about feeling yourself, feeding your mind, if you think you will do something great, you will do something great. Hey people, it's your girl Esther Ray, and this is Not Format Village People. I think perspective is actually a gift. It's a gift to have a different perspective to the other person you're having conversations with, and it just makes it all interesting, isn't it? So on this platform, we're going to share personal stories. Be open-minded, listen in, pick what you can pick from it, do you understand, on different topics, because we're going to be talking about different topics, from friendship to marriages to life happenings to growing up to backgrounds to careers to businesses. So different people will be coming on this platform, and I'm looking forward to sharing my perspectives, my stories, and exciting informations just for you to learn from it. It won't be new things that you've not heard before, but I'm hoping this platform will serve as a kind of a reminder for you to connect back to that you need to connect to. Once again, it's Not Format Village People, guys. Thank you. Hey, my people, it's your girl Esther Ray, and it's another episode of Not Format Village People. And just as usual, I was going to sleep. But I miss my baby girl. She's currently spending time with our godmother, our godparents, actually. And even though we're always fighting, she goes to bed and then comes out of bed at certain times throughout the night. Even though our sister sleeps in her own bed, she just wants to jump in her own bed. Yeah. But she's not home now. And yeah, I have nobody to scream at and say, get back to bed. So the little one is in bed, and I'm thinking, you know what, I might as well just come and do this recording because I really do not have anything to post tomorrow. So I want to talk about refueling your mind, because I did that rant last week, didn't I? Yes, I did. I did that rant on episode 26 about leadership and all of that stuff. And I've been having, like I said in that episode, I've been having this sort of like that period where you're swimming. Is it swimming against or towards the current? And you feel like you're losing control and you can't do it no more. Like, it's too much. It's too much. It's been too much. Just the other day, I was in bed and I was working in bed because my little girl wasn't feeling too well. So she was cuddling up and I was just with my laptop on my laps and then typing away. And yeah, obviously the husband came and picked her away from me, and he gave me some lunch to eat. But I was having this bad headache and I slept off. I literally dozed off on my food. But that's how bad it is. You know that period, I don't know, we'll probably all go through it, because we say, don't work too hard, don't work yourself off and everything. I know people that they overdo it and they end up in hospitals. But the truth of the matter is, because you didn't end up in hospital doesn't mean you're not overdoing it. Sometimes you're overdoing it. And I've been having this back-to-back of migraines all week. I didn't make it to church on Sunday because obviously I was trying to catch up with work. And the crazy part is that the work is not even finishing. So God blessed a friend of mine this week with a message for me. And she just randomly, because I've not been talking to friends, I've not been responding to messages. WhatsApp messages has just been impossible. Literally, the clients I'm responding to when it comes to my coaching business are those that I can't cancel. The good thing is I've not canceled anyone, but I've sort of blocked off my calendar that no one can book in new schedules. Only those that booked in, maybe my CAP membership members, the Career Accelerator programs, which is an annual program. Yeah, and some other kind of training session that I'm currently offering. And they're already on my calendar are the ones I'm attending to right now. It's crazy because I just feel like I don't have the time, but I have been doing everything but something. So a friend of mine sent this voice note to me. She was saying earlier, because I'd obviously not responded to her in days now. God has blessed me with this friend, but I hope they don't get tired of me at some point. There's only so much you can do. Yeah, hopefully they don't give up on checking up on me. But yeah, she didn't give up, obviously, and she sent this message to me. She went further by sending a voice note with the messages. She said, yeah, God just laid it up on her heart to share some Bible passages with me. So one of those days, while I was just so overwhelmed, got so much on my mind with little time, and all of these things on my schedule, for those that know me, they know I have so much going on right now and I'm working towards. The other day, I actually sort of put my book club in hold, my adult book club. I put it on hold because I just can't meet up anymore. So I took some time and I said, okay, let me just flip through. And I felt, that guilt as well, when you've not been that type of friend that you should be, or you've worked hard to become, and now you're slacking behind again. So I started to respond to some of my friends' messages, my I caught message, and I listened to the voice notes. I listened to it. And he said the voice note was for Ati. God has laid it in her heart to share some Bible passages with me. And it was at that moment, while I was listening to it, I realized I have literally been driving my car with no gas in it. Now, I'm not talking about my car. I'm not talking about, that car you all see me in, or those that see me in. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about the actual car, but the car of my life. I've been sitting in the driver's seat and literally placing a whole bunch of stuff on the passenger seat. So I don't have a space for Holy Spirit to sit on. Not particularly that Holy Spirit needs a seat before Holy Spirit can be with me, right? Or not that God can take the wheel if he wants to take the wheel, despite the fact that I'm driving it. But those that understand. Like, I have just been filling it up. I've done everything. Like, everything in the season of nagging, in the season of swimming against or towards the current that is making it difficult for me to actually move my limbs or my arms in general. I have been swimming. I have been doing all of these things and more. And those that I get to speak with, those that actually just call, those that just turn up, those that call my husband and say, give her the phone. Those that have been doing that and even stalking me on every channel that they can't stalk me on, those ones, I've been doing all the nagging to them, all the talking about everything I've been going through in this season, but praying. I've just not remembered to pray. Not just praying, because sometimes you don't even have the strength to actually do the prayer or say the prayer. I've been doing this wishy-washy kind of prayer in the morning when I get to my desk. That's it. Even when I wake up at 3 a.m. to sit in front of my laptop to either complete a coursework, to either just get back to work and try and catch up with the work that is not finishing, I feel like I'm not doing it as best as I would love to, because if you don't know already, I'm one of those people. I just like to do it right. I like to do it well. What is what doing at all is what doing properly. I've been doing all of that, everything, but spending time with God, or even refueling myself any way whatsoever. I've done everything, even books. I've not been able to read books, which is one of the things that actually increased my motivation to put my book club on hold right now, because obviously I'm not even able to read the books. And what's the point? Don't say, do what I say, but don't do what I do. I'm not that kind of person. I want to be able to say, boldly say, do what I say and do what I do. That's the motto. That's the value. That's what I have worked at to get to in my life. So if I'm getting to a point where I can't say, oh, do what I do and do what I say, then what's the point? And I've gotten to that point in the past 2-3 weeks where not a single book, not a single ministration, not the opening of my Bible, even though my office space in the house where I'm sat daily, I've got 2 Bibles like staring at me right now. Like 2 Bibles are permanently there. And I've got the Bible app on my phone. But I've just not had time to do it. And I do all this plan as well. I don't know if you do this Bible plans, what you read, depending on whatever period or moment you are in your life at that particular time. I just type it there and I can start a plan about that. And it just helps me, it educates me, it fuels me. Nothing, like zero, nothing, because I've been feeling that time, that 5 or 15 or 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes that I would spend refilling myself. I felt like I could just put it into work and maybe I would catch up. And what happened was the workload just increased. And in my role, both in my business and in my career, I am always giving. It's the giving avenue. I am literally always giving. I'm always filling people up. I'm fueling people. But I was just working on, that's what I meant by I was driving my car with no gas in it. And then it got to a point where the car wasn't moving. So I got out of the car and started to push a car that had no fuel in it. I was pushing it, like literally pushing it without the mechanics, without the technologies, with nothing, without the remote. I was just pushing it and I needed the car to move. I wanted it to move. Imagine, how would it move? When the owner, the creator of the car, I had not even consulted the maker of the car. I did not even consult. I didn't go to. I didn't ask for help. I didn't do nothing. And on Sunday, I didn't go to church as well because I was trying to catch up with work. Yeah, I was. And still the work is not, I'm not catching up with it. It's not happening. So when I received that message from my friend, it was a wake-up call. And I prayed. So sometimes we get to a point where we feel, oh yeah, we're not in hospital yet. We're not working too hard. But yeah, sometimes we're driving the car without the manuals. We're driving the car without our driver's license. We're driving it without the necessary training, education, or the refueling. We're doing that. As I always said, we always say, this podcast is like a platform to remind you. It's a reminder because it's very important for you to take care of yourself and recharge. When you're constantly giving to others, it's very important for your self-care because self-care and balance are essential for maintaining your well-being. Are you maintaining your well-being? Just the other day, I think a client called me. She was going through a workplace challenge. She wasn't even on my calendar at all. But I saw the message kept coming in and I felt, oh, she had just started this new job that she got after training with me and things like that. Well, let me just listen to her. What's wrong with her? And we got on the call. And the kind of person I am, I wouldn't get on that call and say, and she tells me a problem and I'm like, okay, you know what? Go fix it. I can't help you right now. But sometimes we got to do that. I go on that call with her and I kept talking to her. And at the end of the call, I'd spent 1 hour, 19 minutes. I'd spent an hour, 19 minutes trying to help her resolve a workplace challenge. And this is in between me saying, I don't even have enough time to catch up with the work I'm doing. And in all of this catching up, I have just forgotten the things that helps me stay sane. No, literally, like I have a group of my other managers, like, in another country. I created a group at work and I called it Keep Esther Sane Group. That's how it's been. But the driver, the maker. So this morning, I decided to work from the office. So on my drive to work, I just decided, you know what? Because I'm getting back on track with everything, with God, with refueling myself. Because that's why I can't also record. I can't record because I am not foiling myself. What I feel myself with is what I'm able to teach, is what I'm able to get out there, is what I'm able to see a perspective from. But there's no perspective going in. I'm not even watching TV, not listening to radio, no music, nothing. Literally just work, just compliance, just compliance. Just do it. Just do it. That's what I've been doing. And the fact that I can nag as much as I've been nagging about everything and everyone, those that I've been speaking to knows. Like, I am seeing every bad traits. I'm just saying all those negative things. But it's also because I'm not happy within. Happiness depends on your mindset and attitude. But I've even exhausted my mindset. It's exhausted. And the truth is, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. And that's exactly what I'd been doing. And the truth of the matter is, if you know me, you know I truly believe in positive synergy. And your positive mindset is what gives you a more hopeful outlook. If you believe you will do something great, if your mindset is telling you that because of something you'd listened to, you read, you saw, being intentional about feeling yourself, feeding your mind, if you think you will do something great, you will do something great. And crazy, crazy, crazy thing is, so today's Thursday. I got the message. Was it yesterday? I listened to the message, or Tuesday. It was on Tuesday. And since Tuesday that I listened to the message, and I've spent some time with God. I've listened to some ministration. I've started a new Bible plan. I'm feeling a lot more relaxed. I feel like I have more time. And it's not like the work has reduced. It's not like anything has changed. I just feel more relaxed. I can even hold my baby girl. Like, so sometimes you just need to step back, step out of it, come out of it, come out of it. Because your constant giving but not refueling will not help. And a powerful change will happen only when you take control of the things you have power over, instead of craving control of the things you do not. And a lot of the things I was craving were the things that I do not have power over. I don't have power over how people behave, how people want to do their own job. I don't know what their mindset is, if they're lazy or hardworking, if they take their job seriously. I don't really have power over it. I only have power over how I react to those things. Our authentic self to reconnect with spirit. Now, what is that for you? Mine is my God. Mine is my books. Mine is listening to ministration. This morning, funny enough, the ministration I listened to was from Sarah Jakes, and it was about taking your power back. The first thing Sarah said was just a slap on my face. It was crazy. I literally was screaming in my car, "Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it." She said, as soon as you got the job, you relaxed. You relaxed. And that was it. And the thing about our mind is it's a flexible mirror. The only way you can get control or feel sane within yourself is when you adjust it to see a better world. And when you see a better world, it's hard to see, oh, that person is doing this, that person is doing that, that person is just like, it was so funny, so funny. Even today, I was working with another colleague, man, and she was panicked. I'm like, you know what, just relax. Let's just divide and conquer. Now I'm doing the preaching. Only after less than 24 hours, I put the actual driver back in the driver's seat. And I just, it's like I got control back. It's like I got control back. So here is your reminder for whoever is listening to this right now. Don't be saddened by dark skies, for the clouds give way to the sun. If you've stepped out of the things that fuel you, step back into it. It is required for the solution that you seek. Yeah, that's just it for today. Hopefully I've not bored you, but it's me just reminding you to fuel yourself. You can't continue to do and give and do and give without taking some for yourself. You're human after all. You're human after all. Even artificial intelligence needs upgrade and updates for it to keep functioning, right? About you as a human being, you need to update. You need to refuel. Don't forget to feed your mind. I've not even been eating right. So when next anybody sees me, they probably think I'm on diet. I'm going to gym. I've not been to the gym in about 2 weeks now, but I'm not eating. My breakfast coffee, now not breakfast with it, but just the coffee I make to just sort of keep me awake. It's not like I'm not awake anyways, but just the idea of, oh, you're at work, you have coffee next to you, right? That coffee is there from 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. that I get behind my computer till whatever time it is. I left my laptop the other day, I think around 8 p.m. and my coffee would sit in there. My daughter was like, "Oh, Mom, you left your drink." And I'm thinking, that was my breakfast coffee. And I just had to remind my head to go and eat. So while you have to remind yourself to go and put some food in your tummy, in your body, remember your mind. Don't starve your mind. Your mind is you. You're your mind. If it's empty, you're empty. Feed your mind with good things, with great things, things that keep you and help you stay optimistic. All right, that's it for today. Wishing you all a fabulous, amazing, and a beautiful time ahead. Until next time, bye for now.